Hi friends, welcome back. I wish everyone a fantastic 2023 and a fewer stuff this year than the previous one. Today I'm going to share with you the new challenge that I usually do every first month of the year. It's a no buy January challenge. Well, of course, last year I didn't make it because my sister and I had our date in the mall, and you know what will happen if you step inside the mall, right? But kidding aside, my husband and I had our year-end financial meeting 3 days ago, and we determined that one of the ways that we can save money is to have a no spend challenge. There's something about a challenge that will feel people excited about. It's like a game. It's supposed to be fun. But hi, if you haven't met yet, I'm Geraldine. I make contents in my YouTube channel about simple and mindful living by owning less. So please consider subscribing if you're interested with these topics. Here's my no buy January challenge. It is usually no buy 2023 or no buy the whole year. I've done that in 2020 because it's pandemic. It's easier to do that. But I found it unrealistic for most people. If we set goal within the shorter range, it's a bit doable. So before you say, hey, that's impossible, hear me out. Let me explain. The main purpose of this challenge is not to buy anything non-essential for the whole month of January for ourselves. I want to introduce this challenge into 5 important points. Number 1, this only apply to anything non-essential. Anything that I can live by without. So that means if I continue to breathe without these things, then they are considered as non-essentials. For me, my non-essentials are new clothes, new shoes, makeup, and subscriptions, and the like. Of course, I still have to go buy groceries, hygiene products, and medicine if I get sick, God forbid. If you want to join this challenge, I suggest you start from distinguishing between your essential and non-essential first, and you start there. Second important consideration about this challenge is this is mainly for ourselves. We signed up for this for ourselves. That means that we cannot impose this to our partner or to our kids. But can I be very honest with you? I already told my husband and my children that we're going to have a no buy January and that we need to do this together. And I didn't find it difficult for them to convince because we've been living as a minimalist for quite a while. It isn't new for them. If you want them on board, my suggestion is that you're going to explain it to them in a messy environment and let them feel the burden or the consequence of having lots of stuff in the house. And an example of a starting line for this conversation is, hey, who's up for a game? Who's up for a challenge? We're not buying anything not important for the whole month of January. And we're going to give each one of us a reward if we finish it well. Last week, my 6-year-old asked me if I could buy her a new sweater. I said, well, okay, but first I'd like you to put away your clothes. So after each laundry, I would ask my kids to put away their clothes in their drawer. I made a video about simplified, no-fold wardrobe, link below if you're interested. And so I saw her struggle in trying to fit in all her clothes in her drawer. And then I asked her, so Mia, do you still want to have that sweater? And then she said, no, Mom, I still got lots of them. Woo! I won that round. 1 point for Mommy. Number 3 is strategy or strategies. Finding the best and the most practical strategies that will work for us is crucial in this challenge. And in every aspect of life, right? I have found 4 strategies that are really working well for us. Number 1 is not going to the mall. Since last year, we had a policy of not going to the mall more than twice a month. And guess what? There were some months that we didn't even step inside the mall. And that's a lot of savings. By not going to the mall, we are taking ourselves away from the temptations of buying things. Second is during grocery time, I challenge myself to go directly to the food section and avoid the apparel section and stick to my list as much as possible. Number three is unsubscribing emails. Those companies are enticing us to buy and letting us know their best deals for the week. But hey, I don't need to know. If I want to buy something, I will check in your company deal whatsoever during the time. But I don't need to know your deal for the week that will tempt me to buy your product. Number four is keeping track. Most people like to see their progress visually, and that includes me. So I would usually print out a calendar and I will cross out each day that I finished successfully without buying non-essential stuff. If you reached this far, thank you for your time. Now, number four is to keep going even if we mess up. Accepting the times when we mess up or make some mistakes is self-love for me. One single purchase during a no-buy in January is still better than having multiple impulse purchases if I'm not on this challenge. I learned not to beat myself up for some mistakes, but to continue to run and start again the next month, or do it better the next day. I am human and failing is part of my growth. So if I fail, I will try to learn how to avoid the same mistake again, forgive and learn from my mistakes. It is what it is and move on. It's not the end of the world after all. And being kind to ourselves is one of the gifts that we can give to those people who love us. Number five is having accountability partner. I love stressing this out because if you're like me, sharing our endeavors and new challenges with people whom we trust, whom we can be vulnerable with, is really crucial to the success of every challenge that we are in. They will remind us or criticize us constructively if needed. Like for example, last year I am about to buy that set of makeup for myself, and then I realized that I am in no buy 2020. So I let my husband know that I'm about to buy that, and I was reminded that hey, I was in a challenge, and that really helped me a lot. So no more secret purchase for me. Finding someone to share your passion with is quite challenging, and I get that. That's why I'm volunteering myself to be your accountability partner. If you wanted to, I'd be honored. Feel free to DM me in my Instagram or feel free to comment down below to let me know. And finally, reward and celebrate our small wins. And obviously, this is my favorite part. I used to focus so much on the finishing line and do something I love doing after I finished and reached my goal. But I realized that I could reward myself every day in the process. It's more of good job self for taking part of this challenge. It takes a lot of courage on your end rather than good job self for finishing this challenge perfectly. Those rewards do not need to be fancy or expensive, and they should in line with my values, which is saving and living with less. So example of those feel-good activities are watching movie by myself, listening to my audiobooks uninterrupted for 1 hour, hanging out with my children, and of course I also have those big rewards if I did finish this whole month without spending, like having a good massage in the spa or having a date night. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see on February 1st, and I hope that we will finish this well. Let me know in the comment below if you're going to join me in this challenge. I'd like to see lots of people to tag along with. Like and share this video to your friends whom you think that will benefit watching this video. Let's do it one step at a time. And I believe that we can all do this. Until my next one, take good care of yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye.